Hello everybody, welcome back to another The Rooster Reacts. If you want to join the Twitch, link is down below. If you want to be in the if you want to support the channel, like, subscribe, comment. If you don't do that, we just appreciate your viewership. If you do, make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when the videos drop, man. Alright, today, on my birthday, we're reacting to my boy Joshua Weissman. One of my favorite YouTubers right now. And he's turning Dollar Tree food into gourmet food. Let's check it out, man. I don't know how he's gonna do this shit.
Gourmet 3-course meal using only ingredients from a dollar store. There are only 3 rules. Every single ingredient has to come from a dollar store. Number 2, no fancy equipment. And number 3, we have to wow our judge. Okay, they don't have any fresh food here, which is a problem. They'd have frozen stuff, so country style ribs, okay. Vegetable oil, golden chef. It's gonna be me today, so I'm gonna light myself on fire. All-purpose flour, let's go. They call it Dollar Tree, but everything is $1.25. Inflation's real. We didn't get everything we needed here, but we did get trash bags.
When I worked there, it was still $1. It was like $1.05. Everything was 99 cents. With the tax, it was $1.05.
Instead of regular bags. I
used to be able to do the math in my head. I could count like up to 15 items, do the number in my head, and when the next customer came up, I would just be like, it's this much, but let me ring it up. So that they could get ready if they had cash or whatever for how much it was gonna be.
That was a joke. Let's go.
We went to the next store and found milk, eggs, vanilla ice cream, and baking powder.
100% orange juice. Wait, now this is where they get you. From concentrate. How can you legally say 100% orange juice and do that?
Garlic powder.
Hiya.
Brown sugar.
I was thinking that the red onions would be single. These are $2.49 for a whole bag, but let's go. Nori, a little chicharron, jalapenos, lemon. God damn, Mrs. Baird. No fresh pineapple, so canned. Peaches. They had dried apricots, so.
Josh is so
I had to
dirty.
look everywhere for this.
Oh, the chorizo
Sugar.
from Dollar Tree is good.
Ramen. Obviously Shin. If you're not eating Shin, you don't know Shin. Can't monetize that.
Here's a list of everything we bought and the prices for a total of this.
Wait, very important note. No, it's not cookbook number 2, although it's coming. If you're in Houston, this is your opportunity to be in a video. Tomorrow, we're doing a pop-up at a bakery by the name of Magnol. Back to the recipe.
Okay, so we got all these ingredients. Now we need to make something out of it. First course is our appetizer. I'm calling it sort of a dipping ramen amuse-bouche kind of thing. Look, I'm not against instant ramen. I've stated it before, and I'm using Shin, the overlord of instant ramen, and rightfully so. Follow the package directions with the amount of water needed. Bring that to a...
Yo, if you eat ramen and you're not eating Shin Ramyun Black, you don't know what you're doing. Stop getting them cup noodles, bro. Get that Shin Ramyun. It's fire, dude. Even by itself, you don't gotta even spruce it up. You can put some green onion in there or something. It's fire, dude.
A boil, add in your noodles and everything included in your Shin ramen package. Allow that to boil at high heat and reduce down by about half, around 5 minutes. Cut off the heat and make sure it's stopped boiling, and stir in 1 egg yolk. Continuously stir and follow that with 1 tablespoon or 18 grams of cold unsalted butter. I don't even think this is real butter, actually, now that I think about it. Continuously stir till everything is emulsified together. You shouldn't need salt, but feel free to add if your heart desires, although it might not be good for your heart. That's pretty much it. At this point, we're going to serve this in small ramekins with a small accoutrement platter, consisting of half a red onion that's been very thinly shaved, either with a knife or a mandolin. Obviously, a knife is going to be most people's answer. Rinse those sliced onions over cold water to take some of their bite away and get them extra crisp. Then about a half cup or 15 grams of nori seaweed snack that's been very thinly sliced, or chiffonade. Yes, I managed to find a brand called Tao Kei Noi that's literally $1 for a pack. Mound that up on the plate. Notice how these are all nice and neat piles. That's what you want. And optionally would be about 2 ounces or 57 grams of chorizo. It's been cooked over medium heat, stirring frequently.
Looks good, actually.
Crispy, about
I
5
would
to
eat
6
this.
minutes. Lastly, 2 tablespoons or 32 grams of crushed pork rinds. Add that in a nice mound, as you did before, and you'll simply serve your 4 amuse-bouche with your platter of assorted accoutrements. Instruct your diners to add the accoutrement to their taste to develop the amuse-bouche of their dreams. But before we taste test, is our second out of 3 courses, our protein dish. This was a little bit tricky, but Dollar Tree came through and worked in my favor with boneless country-style ribs. Seriously, a game changer for this course. I gotta be honest, I don't know what I would have done without this. So we got our canned pineapples, and I'm thinking, what the am I supposed to do with this? I mean, canned pineapples aren't that bad, but aha.
You could
Pineapple
grill them.
relish. So get yourself 2 jalapenos. Obviously, you can dice these bad boys fresh, but if you have a gas stove, then char them over that. And I mean, really blacken every square inch of these puppies. Don't go skimpy wimpy on me here. Pop your charred little fillers in a container and cover that with a lid for 5 minutes. Peel off their skins, deseed, and dice very finely. Again, you can do this fresh if you don't have a gas stove. Don't get on me in the comments about the gas stove being too fancy, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to do it. Take out your rings of pineapple, dice into 1/4 inch cubes, and pop into a bowl. Next, add your finely diced jalapeno, 2 teaspoons or 5 grams of minced garlic from the jar, which I hate, 1 tablespoon or 15 grams of pineapple juice from the can, and 1 tablespoon or 14 grams of lemon juice. Toss together and then season to taste with salt and pepper. Look, I don't want to use that garlic. All right, we looked everywhere. There is no fresh garlic in any of these stores that I could find. Now, the country style ribs are simple. You'll need about 1.5 pounds or 680 grams of boneless country style ribs. You see, these come from the area of the loin, which then meets up with the blade or shoulder, which will acquire you a mixture of lean, light meat and dark, beautiful, rich, delectable
Josh
meat
is such
from
a
2
dork.
different regions. Now dab those dry with a paper towel. Begin heating a large pan over medium-high. Add just enough vegetable oil to coat the bottom of the pan. While that's heating, season your pork with salt to taste, a light pinch of garlic powder, a pinch of cayenne powder. Flip and repeat the seasoning on the other side. Don't be shy, okay? Get those salt levels up there. Now once your pan is hot, add your pork in, and please, please, please make sure the pork was dried on the exterior as much as possible. Otherwise,
you
you're
gotta
just
do it
going
with
to
the paper
boil
towel.
wet meat in a pan. We're trying to leverage as much flavor as we can today here. Sear that bad boy for 2 to 3 minutes or until a nice deep golden brown crust magically appears. Flip and sear on the other side and let that cook until the internal temperature reaches about 160 Fahrenheit. We're absolutely not cooking these dollar store ribs to medium rare, all right? Now, at this point, you'll push your pork to one side of the pan, add in a 1/3 cup or 60 grams of unsalted butter or fake butter, in this case of our dollar store trip. Very sad. Baste repeatedly with your stuff for 30 seconds, cut off the heat, and this is what's gonna make up for it, sort of. Add in 1 tablespoon or 8 grams of minced garlic. Continue to baste for another 30 seconds or until the garlic begins to toast. Remove your country ribs and rest for 5 minutes. While it's resting, take a halved lemon and rub the cut side in your crusty pan to pick up all those juices and squeeze over your resting pork. Now, to serve, it's
Ooh,
really
that's
simple.
a good-
Slice your pork
that's
up,
a good
I'm
move.
thinking like 1/4 inch slices, roughly. Place a 4 to 6 ounce piece of pork per plate. Follow with a nice mound of your pineapple relish along one side of your pork. Make it nice. We're trying to keep this as gourmet as we can, despite, the situation here. Look, I'll be honest. At this point, it wasn't looking like I wanted it to. This is where normally most people, especially chefs, would add some sort of
No,
grain.
it's not.
I desperately wanted and begged for microgreens. What was I supposed to do? But wait a minute, Josh. What about the nori snack from earlier? I cracked into those little pieces and garnished my pineapples by standing shards of those up in the relish, creating a little bit of height. So since we had chicharrones from earlier, popped on a big piece for some crunch and a light dusting of cayenne or paprika for color. Honestly, I kind of like the way this looks, although the colors are a bit dull. And
This
I
looks
am
pretty
praying that the
good,
flavor's
bro.
Not, but we must complete this meal with a dessert.
Josh, you're
that leaves
killing
you
it, bro.
Satisfied. Please, canned peaches. Please don't fail me now. So once I bought these canned peaches, I immediately knew I was going to make some form of a peach cake, but how do you elevate that? How do you make it more exciting? There's not really much to it. It's just kind of mix and bake. But if you make it an upside down peach cake, so good that everyone wants to show you their peach. But before we head down that road, do me a quick favor and pour 2 cups or 545 grams of orange juice in a small container and freeze for 2 to 4 hours or until frozen solid. I get that wait time's not realistic and you can omit it, but it's kind of dope, and I'll show you why in a second. Now, cake. First off, you need 1 can of sliced peaches in juice. Remove all your peaches and, well, slice them in half again, lengthwise.
It has the texture of like hamachi.
Place those in a bowl and set aside. I will say, canned peaches aren't half bad. I don't mind them. Now, to a circular 9x2 cake pan,
canned
generously
peaches
grease
are
with
alright.
cooking spray. Then in a medium-sized bowl, add half a cup or 125 grams of light brown sugar and a pinch of salt, followed by a half teaspoon or 1 gram of ground cinnamon. Mix together, follow with 2 tablespoons or 30 grams of melted unsalted butter. I'm using air quotations here. Whisk that together to get a wet sand texture. Spread that out in your cake pan, then add your peaches on top. Arrange them nicely, fan them out, all in one direction, sort of like this circular shape here. Then in a separate bowl, or the same bowl, I suppose you could just literally rinse it out. Add in 1.5 cups or 225 grams of all-purpose flour, 3/4 of a teaspoon or 5 grams of salt, 2/3 of a cup or 130 grams of white sugar, 1 teaspoon or 4 grams of baking powder. Whisk together until thoroughly combined. Follow that with 1 cup or 240 milliliters of whole milk, 1
He's
large
doing
egg,
all this
which
with
was
Dollar
extremely
Tree
hard to find,
ingredients?
a 1/4 cup or 70 grams of air quotation butter, which should be melted. Whisk all that together until you get a smooth, homogeneous batter. Pour directly atop your peaches and place in an oven preheated to 350 Fahrenheit for 35 to 40 minutes or until a toothpick or cake tester comes out clean. Hold your horses, pal. Let that cool for 10 minutes. Then invert over a wire rack to cool completely. And I mean, look at that luxurious
Thank you.
caramelized
Oh,
pie.
that Theo
And
Moy?
the dollar store did that? Okay.
Is that my
Once it's cooled
uncle?
completely using a ring cutter, or you could use a knife.
Did my uncle just follow? Raider Mo. That's what we call. That's all his screen names.
I suppose. Cut out 2 to 2.5 inch circles of
my
your
favorite
cake.
uncle just
You'll get about
follow,
4.
dude.
You could also
Hell
cut
yeah.
small squares with a knife. It's completely up to you. Look, with the scrap, save it in your fridge, snack on it, or make cake pops. I don't know. Now pull out your frozen orange juice, scrape it repeatedly with a fork to create orange snow, which is actually called a granita. Now we assemble. Place your cake smack dab in the center of a plate. Top it with a generous couple spoonfuls of your orange granita. Press down the center, to create a little bit of an indentation to hold your ice cream, which we bought earlier.
This looks
also
pretty
very
damn
difficult to
good,
find.
man.
Then using a round ice cream scoop, get a circular
This
ball
looks
of ice
pretty
cream
damn
spooned
good.
right on top. Full transparency, I lost my smaller ice cream scoop. Yes, I know. Tragic. We'll get another. So this scoop is arguably a bit larger than I would like, but hey, I don't think our eaters will be complaining. Now, optionally, finish this puppy with the dried apricots that we found last minute, which I have very finely diced. And that is our whole meal right there. I gotta be honest,
Yo,
wasn't
this
exactly
meal
the
looks
cheapest to get
pretty
these
good.
ingredients. But we worked with ingredients that I never would have in my entire career. Randomly picked. So I think it's time that we taste test.
We have 3 dishes, an appetizer, a meal, and the weed whacker, but also desserts. Course 1, appetizer, whatever you want to call it. In the center of the table, your accoutrement. Onion, a little bit of nori, some chicharron. You stir it in. Because of the butter and the egg yolk, it gets nice and thick and viscous. It's got the umami from the MSG.
Yeah, he
That
loves
onion
MSG.
perfumes with the hot sauce. All of a sudden, I don't even recognize that this is an instant ramen. Main course. The pork looks moist. Pineapple relish, a little bit of that. This tastes great. What I would add, real butter. It's obviously olive oil to the relish, but even without those things, you still get a much more elevated experience. You got the fruit and it's sweet, even though it's kind of dulled from being canned. And a little bit of spice from the jalapeno and it's garlicky. The meat's actually not bad at all. Dessert, peach cake, ice cream. I was thinking like peach pie, but in the form of cake. This came out very good. Granted, the granita's melted. This like perfectly complements everything. It's like refreshing, but it's rich, it's sweet, it's got a little bit of spice from the honey, the peach.
It looks
orange,
good,
it's like
bruh.
fruits that all belong together. It's a gathering, a small one, at the family table, in your mouth. Look, if I
Hell
got a
yeah.
dessert like this, I wouldn't be mad. And I wouldn't know that this came from a dollar store. Oop.
All right, Kendrick's here to taste test. Yay! Ramen. You don't have to go so fast if you don't want to. We can edit it.
Good. Very creamy. The chorizo was a nice little crispy bit. Added some texture to it. Adding the onions definitely freshened it up a little bit. They creamed.
Yeah, there you go.
That's really good, like surprisingly so. I've never heard of country style ribs before. If you were allowed to put a little bit more juice on that, be perfect.
Country style ribs, add them to your list. Kendrick's really good at getting good bites.
It's important. Of the 3, I think this definitely came out the best. If you told me you got everything from a dollar store making this, I wouldn't believe you.
Right? That's what I was surprised about it.
It's incredibly rich. Those canned peaches, they did something.
Yeah. Don't you give up on them damn canned peaches, all right? You keep them in the house.
Yeah,
Thank you, Kendrick. I appreciate you coming in.
With a little bit of creativity, technique, intention, it came out, I would surprise myself, it's pretty good. So remember, whether you have a lot of money or a little bit of money to spend on ingredients, it doesn't matter. You just gotta give a little bit of care, a little bit of heart, some attention. But you wanna know what else is pretty good? B-roll.
Yeah, B-roll is pretty good. That looks fucking fire, bro. That looks like a good ass meal, bro. Josh with another W video. That blew me away what he did with Dollar Tree ingredients. And he made that 3-course meal that looks like it came from a damn restaurant. What the heck? That's crazy. That's crazy. If you want to join the Twitch chat, right over here, the link is down below. It's always down below. You already know. You already know. If you want to support the channel, leave a like, subscribe, comment. If you don't do that, we appreciate your viewership. If you do, hit the notification bell so you know when the videos drop. Man, we hope you enjoyed the video. We hope you have a nice rest of your day. What ails you? Come through, man. We'll try to fix it. You know what I'm saying? We over here trying to make lives more positive. We'll see y'all in the next one. See y'all later. Peace out.